Welcome dear students for our English class. I am teacher Veldrina Gonsalves and today we are going to study lesson 3.3 A Crow in the House. Students, kindly note in this video we will be studying only the summary of the lesson and meanings of some difficult words. Now let us begin with the summary of the lesson. A Crow in the House. This is a story by Ruskin Bond, taken from the book Grandfather's Private Zoo. Summary. In the story A Crow in the House, Ruskin Bond tells us about a crow which was lying almost dead on the road. The writer and his grandfather nursed him back to health. Now students, here the meaning of nursed is gave him medical or other attention. After he became healthy, they allowed him to go wherever he wanted. But the crow made their house his home. Grandmother, Aunt Mabel, and other pets in the house did not like this. Students, Ruskin Bond tells us that there was a crow who was lying injured and almost dead on the road. The writer and his grandfather saw him and they took good care of him. They nursed him, they gave him medical treatment. And after the treatment, once the crow was fit and healthy, they allowed him to go wherever he wanted. But what did the crow do? The crow did not go anywhere else. The crow, in fact, made their home his home. And because of that, the other members in the family and the pets in the family did not like this. He was named Caesar. Soon he became the master of the house. He would eat with them at the dining table and was very fidgety. Fidgety means restless or uneasy. He would rip the newspaper to shreds, overturn the vase or tug at the tail of one of the dogs. The writer tried to put him in a cage, but he made so much noise that he felt it was better to allow him to run about in the house. He would not mix up with other crows. Maybe he had become snobbish. Here the meaning of snobbish means showing attitude or being proudy. After living with humans on equal terms, he even troubled Harold the Hornbill. Now Hornbill is a bird. He learned to talk like ravens do. Now raven here is a heavily built large crow. When the writer came home from school, he would say, "Hello, hello," and sit on the writer's arm, place his head gently against his mouth and say, "Kiss, kiss." One day, when he sat on Aunt Mabel's arm and said, "Kiss, kiss," she was flattered. Now, flattered means feel honored and pleased. But Caesar got attracted towards her gleaming spectacles. Gleaming here means shining brightly with reflected light, and knocked them off. He started visiting neighbors' houses and stealing pens, pencils, hair ribbons, combs, toys, shuttlecocks, toothbrushes, and false teeth. He was very fond of toothbrushes, and there was a big collection on the top of the writer's cupboard. Now, what happened over here? Aunt Mabel was wearing a specs, and the glass of those specs were shining brightly because of the reflection of the light. And looking at that, Caesar, he got fascinated. And what he did, he knocked those spectacles off. Caesar had become so mischievous that he started stealing things from neighboring houses. And he had made a big collection of toothbrushes on the top of the cupboard, as he was very fond of toothbrushes. He would snatch sweets from the children. He removed the clothes pegs. Now pegs here means wooden or plastic clips used for securing clothes. From the clothes line, and the neighbors would find their washed clothes lying in the mud when they came home. One day, as he was eating beans from a neighbor's garden, someone threw a stick at him and his leg broke. In spite of all the efforts made by the writer and his grandfather, the leg did not become all right. Caesar became sad and quiet. One day he passed away, and the writer buried him along with the toothbrushes and clothes pegs he had collected. The writer felt sad that Caesar's antisocial activities led to his early end. Students, I hope you all understood the summary of the lesson. Now let us move on to the meanings of some difficult words. Glossary. First one, administration, governance. Second, alighted, descend from the air and settle. Third, antisocial, harmful or annoying to other people. Fourth, banging, to make loud noise. Fifth, contemptuous, expressing deep hatred. Sixth, carrion crows, crows feeding on dead and decaying flesh. Seventh, delighted, feeling or showing great pleasure. Eighth, fluttering, flapping movement. Ninth, fierce, having an intense aggressiveness. Tenth, flattered, to feel pleased. 11th, fascinated, strongly attracted and interested. 12th, gaping, wide open. 13th, grubs, the larva of an insect, especially a beetle. 14th, gleaming, shine brightly with reflected light. 15th, inclination, a person's natural tendency to act in a particular way. 16th, objected, express opposition. 17th, prizing, to use force to move apart something. 18th, pegs, a wooden or plastic clip for securing clothes. 19, ruin, destroy. 20, raven, a large heavily built crow with mainly black plumage. 21, seized, take hold of suddenly and forcibly. 22, snobbish, showing attitude and being proud. 23, squabble, quarrel noisily over a trivial matter. 24th, tug, that is pull. Thank you, students.